Welcome to my channel. This is Heaven View. Thank you for stopping by. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, click notification button. So when we're on, you will be notified when we have nice, encouraging, inspiring video like these ones. You will be notified. Do you like baking? Do you like cooking? Are you creative in one way or the other? This video is going to educate you, it's going to encourage you, it's just going to build you up so that you could take your creativity to the next level.
Today on the dish, we set our sights not on a chef or restaurant, but on the baguette. In 2022, UNESCO, the organization known for protecting sites around the world for their heritage and value to humanity, gave the baguette intangible cultural heritage status. In other words, the long, distinctive loaves are a unique part of French and human culture. The baguette sharing gastronomic company with the likes of Arabic coffee, kimchi, and Belgian beer. So how did the crusty bread earn such reverence? No better place to find out than right here in Paris. The City of Light is more than generous with her awe-inspiring landmarks. The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre. But it's here at the Sunday market and at boulangeries around the city that you'll find one of the quintessential symbols of French culture. La baguette.
The baguette for French people, it's like a Proust Madeleine.
Merci.
Like a joyful memory. You have a baguette when you are a kid, you put some chocolate in it, you have like a breakfast with your family on weekends, you can go on holiday with a sandwich, like it's very like a companion during your life. Pâtisserie qui manque, je te coupe le flanc.
Ouais, merci beaucoup.
Amelia Bell and her husband Antonin opened Boulangerie Mimi in the 11th arrondissement 2 years ago, both leaving the financial world for a taste of this. Hands-on, early morning work, along with their staff, creating beautiful and mouth-watering pastries and tantalizing breads.
Bread is like the soul of French people.
I love that. How would you say that in French?
C'est l'âme d'un Français.
L'âme d'un Français?
Yeah.
To help me understand the soul of the French,
And just shape it like that.
You say it so easily.
as you can see, Amelia put me to work
Yours are so perfect and mine are gaining shape.
with a crash course in baguette baking.
And after that, you can shape it like a baguette. And this is how it looks like.
I think I may have killed this one.
From the hand rollout
You need a blade and
Okay.
you need to lean a little bit.
to the razored slices that bake in the loave's distinguished look. The baguettes we were making, la baguette de tradition, or the baguette of tradition, which are the only baguettes worth trying, according to French historian and bread expert Stephen Kaplan.
It's a baguette that will make you smile. It charms you. It engages you. It touches you emotionally. And it's the emotional inscription in your frontal cortex that will keep you alive and happy for the rest of your time.
I met up with Kaplan at New York City's Ohrwasser's Bakery before heading to Paris to get a better understanding of the baguette,
Take this baguette and do what I'm doing. Blow on it.
which meant a quick tutorial on bread.
Can you smell the caramelization?
Yeah.
It's like pouring wine into a glass and aerating it, and you're bringing out the aromas from the crust.
And its history.
Bread from the beginning was not a gastronomic object, but a political object. It was so necessary for those in power to guarantee access to good quality bread at a reasonable price in sufficient quantities that it became the measure of the stability of a political system.
In France specifically,
Bread was what people survived on. Bread was what defined their politics. Bread was sociability. Bread was breaking it and sharing it and creating community. Bread just constructed everything about Frenchness.
as for the baguette, it took until the 20th century for it to gain popularity in France. Thanks in large part to a law preventing bakers from working before 4 a.m., the baguette's long, thin form made it one of the only breads that could be made before breakfast.
Social factors, taste factors, price factors invited bakers to shift and to begin to do this baguette. And at first, the baguette was quite interesting.
While it's translated to wand or stick, the baguette's distinction goes well beyond its name or shape.
The baguette was the marker of things French. The baguette, the bottle of wine, maybe a beret, and maybe Edith Piaf singing Je ne regrette rien.
And I'm riding on a bicycle with a little basket. Yeah, I have the whole vision of it.
Exactly.
But over time, Kaplan says the quality of the baguette declined.
Bakers are making it too quickly. They're being paid by the piece oftentimes. They're skipping stages, and they're using more and more additives to compensate, more salt to compensate for the lack of taste.
With the image of the French symbol sullied, a law was passed in 1993 to try to restore the traditional quality, a special designation, la baguette de tradition. To qualify, baguettes must be made from start to finish on the premises of the boulangerie and can only contain 4 ingredients: flour, leavening, water, and salt. As for the finished product,
how do you tell a good bread is without tasting it?
Ratatouille chef Colette and Kaplan agree.
The crust, listen. Oh, a symphony of crackle. Only great bread sound this way.
While the baguette is defined by its crustiness, Kaplan says there's more.
Is the aroma intense or is it weak?
From aroma and taste to an architectural elegance on the outside.
It has a color that's not white.
And the quality of the crumb on the inside.
The crumb and the crust are coupled. They live the way most couples do, with a certain amount of tension and a certain amount of symbiosis. And that crumb has to be a creamy, off-white, pearly, sometimes yellowish color. It has to have little cavities. We call those alveolage.
Which brings us back to Boulangerie Mimi, with our baguettes fresh out of the oven.
So you want crusty outside,
right.
Like, you know, that you can maybe heard it.
I can hear that
exactly.
right away.
And of course you want holes in it. Like
oh my gosh. Totally mine. This is like perfect. So many holes.
Yes, it's a perfect baguette.
Finally, it's time for a taste.
So how is it?
This is incredible. And this is exactly what everybody keeps telling me, that it has to have the crispy outside. It's like a chewy, but not overly chewy inside. And the flavor of it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
With my mouth full. Merci.
Avec plaisir. So now I'm waiting for you tomorrow at 6.
I'll be here if I get to eat after.
Yeah. Deal. It's a deal.
It is also the smell, you guys. Just smell it, the caramelization, the crunch. You guys have some there in New York. I've got some here. I've had more baguettes than I've had in my lifetime, and they are all so good.
It was a really cool piece, and we have a huge spread here. Thank you to Ore Washers in New York for all of this. We've got the bread, we've got the marble. What's the This is marble.
These are tasty treats.
Marble loaves. We got a pistachio, like is this
Pain chocolat?
Oh wow!
Dive into the baguette. Jeff. Just dive into the baguette.
Yeah,
I already did.
I ate my whole one. See, DJ? That's all I got left.
Good stuff.
Holes, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
Thank you, Dana.
Savory or sweet, Chef Maya Camille Broussard thinks almost anything is better when it's baked into a buttery crust. That explains the variety and creativity of the offerings of Justice of the Pies, her Chicago bake shop, and in her fantastic recipe book. And all her efforts serve another mission: to expand opportunity and access for both food creators and their customers.
All this sugar for 2 people?
In the kitchen of Chef Maya Camille Broussard, we begin with the classic ending to any good meal: dessert.
Moderation is key when enjoying sweets. It is banana pudding!
And the making by request of my favorite childhood sweet.
This is what I love about this dessert. There's so many different variations. You can have custody, you can have whipped, you can have it warm, you can have it cold. I think that the technique is what makes someone's banana pudding good, because it's all about technique equals consistency.
There it is.
And you've made banana pudding. Voila.
Technique and consistency built Broussard's culinary incubator, which she started 8 years ago. It now has 50 private kitchens for food entrepreneurs.
I started at first as a satellite bakery. I wanted to see how could I grow my brand without a storefront because I wanted to try to decrease my overhead as much as possible. I wanted to focus on educating the consumer about how great my product is. I wanted to just go slow and steady because that was the best way to win the race.
Considering her reputation, she's already won. Broussard's desserts and baked goods rank among the city's finest, but her pies take the cake.
Describe some of those flavors.
The one pie that a lot of people turned their nose up on at first was my blue cheese praline pear pie, and then it became the favorite pie. I describe it as similar to eating a payday candy bar. The strawberry basil key lime pie is a bit of savory herbaceousness with the tartness of the limes.
How did you get the word out? How did you brand yourself?
I first started selling pies at farmers markets, and that is the best way to get the word out, like the Daily Plaza Farmers Market, which is right in front of City Hall and where the courthouses are. So a lot of judges and attorneys would come down, and they would see my name, and they would say, wait a minute, I knew your father, you know.
Her father made his name as a student activist in 1968 at Northwestern University. Among other things, he helped establish the school's African American Studies program. He then became a prominent criminal defense attorney in the city, which didn't always sit well with her.
So these were people that I saw come into our home, and I knew my dad represented them, and I was like, how could you represent him? Did he really do that? And he said, well, everyone deserves representation. Everyone deserves a second chance. And so with my bakery, I wanted to make a difference and make an impact.
She now has her own brick-and-mortar bake shop,
one linen bar,
aptly situated on Chicago's South Side.
We need people like me who are willing to bring their businesses to the South. In Chicago, everybody wants to be in Fulton Market in the Gold Coast because that's where tourism is, celebrity chefs are. And so with the visibility I have, I wanted to be an early adopter to the Avalon neighborhood.
The baker feels right at home here, despite growing up in Chicago's affluent Hyde Park neighborhood. Her father was raised in a housing project on the West Side, where food was scarce. That complicated relationship with food has fed into programs like the I Need Love workshop.
I need love, like kneading dough. And the whole purpose of the workshop is to teach 5th through 8th graders basic kitchen skills.
Something Broussard says she could have used when home alone, when her dad worked late at night.
And I'll tell you why this is important to me, because I think children at that age learn to be more self-sufficient in the kitchen.
She's become one of the city's biggest promoters.
I always tell people there's only 2 cities that I consider to be like food cities.
Which are?
New Orleans and Chicago.
Chicago?
Chicago.
Not New York, not San Francisco.
Nope.
And why Chicago?
Well, first of all, it's extremely diverse. I don't think people realize how diverse Chicago is. Property-wise, we have so much land mass here that there's an opportunity to open up a restaurant anywhere. We're not really competing for a restaurant space.
Broussard is a 2022 James Beard Outstanding Baker finalist.
I have a lot going on, but growing up with a disability, I've learned to go above and beyond what's required.
And was the featured pastry chef on the Netflix series Bake Squad.
To me, being a part of the deaf and hard of hearing community is normal.
These are legit intense.
Where she exposed her invisible disability, something she's lived with since she was a toddler.
I mean, you set a real scene for us.
Her audience and fellow cast members rallied around her.
I like the healthy competition. I freaking love the ambition.
When the show first aired, the number of messages I got from people who said, my child is 4 years old and just got a cochlear implant and just saw the show and now he wants to be a chef just like you.
I am choosing Maya Camille's.
She didn't feel that way growing up.
It was just so easy to make fun of me. And I tried very hard to fit in. And now I try very hard to stand out. And so I embrace my otherness. And I embrace my otherness through the food that I'm creating and the recipes that I'm developing.
Which brings us full circle.
So good, Olive.
A taste of so many of her delicacies all at once.
So this is an unorthodox take on a classic buttermilk biscuit.
Is it? Savory confections.
I call it the Our Lady of Quiche.
She is a lady.
She is a lady.
Intoxicating sugar highs.
And then I have peanut butter cookie, but in Chicago we call it a lunchroom cookie. And then this is the oatmeal chocolate chip.
My mouth is watering just watching you. Choices beyond the limits of calorie counting. With hopes of nourishing an often overlooked community. But if I had to choose, the winner, the lemonade, strawberry lemonade pie.
But you like fruit.
Yes. Delicious. Thank you.
Welcome back. This morning, our James Beard award-winning series, The Dish, gives you, wait for it, The Scoop, an ice cream company that is growing in popularity with a backstory that might seem too sweet to be true. For the perfect summer refreshment, Nancy Chen traveled to Central New York to meet up with the founder of Adirondack Creamery, and she got to find out what makes the taste of this ice cream so very special.
Something sweet is on the horizon in Boonville, New York. This rural dairy farm is home to what Adirondack Creamery founder Paul Nasrani calls the secret to his success.
So this is where your dairy comes from?
This is where all of the milk comes from that we use to make our ice cream.
And you know the cows' names?
I know their names, but I'm not so sure that they know mine.
The name Adirondack Creamery, however, is growing into a familiar favorite, with more than 50,000 gallons of ice cream produced each year. Nasrani says it's one of the only brands on store shelves that's 100% founder-owned. The simple and natural recipes, inspired by the ice cream he made while working on a Pennsylvania farm during childhood summers.
What did ice cream mean to you as a kid?
Ice cream was like the end of a great day. If I was working on the farm, it was the end of the day, and it was just a great memory. So when I got older, ice cream took me back to those really special times. It's a really great medium to take people to a different place.
And sometimes a different path in life. Before his adventures in dairy, Nasrani worked in the fast-paced world of finance, rising to the role of CFO at a Manhattan firm. But the dream of dessert always beckoned.
When I started the hobby of making ice cream, it was at 11 o'clock at night, leaving a stressful situation of a company in a turnaround and making these batches of ice cream in my apartment just to relax.
What are your coworkers telling you?
This is really good, Paul. You've got to do something. They were really encouraging because they were eating it every day. So they're like, this is great, Paul. Nobody said quit your job.
They're like, why is the accountant giving us ice cream every single day?
In a way, for sure. I left a very stable, steady, regular career, but there was something inside that was like, you got to get up and go outside.
After spontaneously purchasing an ice cream machine at an auction in 2004, Nasrani's hobby flourished into a passion with purpose, creating tastes that spark something beyond the scoop. Like Kashmiri kawa featuring South African spices, and kulfi pistachio cardamom, a nod to a frozen dessert in India, his father's homeland. One of his most beloved flavors, Syrian Dayton walnut, was inspired by the Syrian refugee crisis and helped raise more than $30,000 to support aid services.
Is there a mission behind your flavors?
There is. I mean, it's storytelling. So some are storytelling from my own family experiences or from things that we've been through that we just are like, hey, these are great inspirational pieces about where we've been. And maybe that'll transport someone there. Maybe they'll wish to go there. You know, food shared across a table can bring people together.
You source really straight from the farm. I mean, truly.
Yeah, no, that's why we're here. And I think this milk leaves the farm and in less than 20 hours it turns into ice cream. And like being close to those ingredients makes a great product.
Nasrani credits the brand's 14 unique flavors to their very official research and development team.
There it is. Look at that.
Nasrani's wife Simi and their sons Khalil and Tyle.
No, it needs more flavor, but it's really good.
Definitely needs more.
This is where we produce everything.
Back at the dairy farm, Nasrani gave us an opportunity to join in on the fun. and mix our own concoction.
We've never had this many chips in anything. This won't be a cost-effective product.
But it's going to taste
It's
so
going to be good.
Using his original machine that started it all.
So let's see how this flavor comes out. We'll have to have a name for it.
The Fancy Nancy.
The Fancy Nancy.
I love how fresh this is. Thank you.
So conclusion, I think maybe we have to figure out how to package it.
I think so, if I get royalties out of this.
With a career this fulfilling, it's easy to see why, 20 years later, Nazrani's dream job has only gotten sweeter with time.
What should people who are sitting around thinking, I have this dream, what should they take away from what you've been through?
I think the first is that nothing's impossible. It's never, ever too late. So I think if you're called to do something and you feel it, you can't wait for some other event to make your event happen.
From farm to farm, and this year marks 20 years since Nazrani started Adirondack Creamery. It is now available in stores in 10 states, and you can buy it online from across the country. So you saw him out there trying out flavors, new flavors with his family. The next one up is lemon blueberry, the flavor of his wedding cake. And we brought some flavors over to you. Of course, you can't talk about ice cream and not share some ice cream.
Is the Fancy Nancy one in here?
You know, that one, as I said, not quite as cost effective because I might have broken the machine. But we do have
right here.
We have black raspberry, we have Syrian date and walnut, cashmere kawa, which we talked about in the piece, and Early's chocolate peanut butter. So I love the recipe. We got a vote of confidence right there.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't
You know what it is about ice cream?
This is fantastic.
I remember eating ice cream in times of celebration, but I also remember eating ice cream as like a comfort food. Like if I'm sad, you know, when that first boyfriend breaks your heart and you're like, I can just eat a whole
Some wine and some ice cream solves all, but it also brings people together.
I don't want to make this weird.
Like every occasion.
This is orgasmic.
Oh,
I apologize.
well, there we go.
All right.
See, that's why I came up from Washington. That is why I came up from Washington.
At 8:44 in the morning.
Say that,
Wait a minute.
okay?
Nate,
It's made all my travel and all the wake up early stuff
You
completely
gotta put that
worth
on
it.
the carton.
Nate just said it. I came up to hear it.
Okay.
By the way, this is the breakfast of champions.
Try that black raspberry.
This is the one?
Be careful though.
See.
This is like 50 shades of ice cream.
Thank you for watching. Please do leave us a comment. Let me know what you think about this video and what you've learned from these 3 different gifts and talents that is out there. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, click notification button so when we're on, you won't be notified. Use your creativity. We're just being encouraged, just to educate, encourage us to put our gift, our talents to work. Who knows? The blessing might be there, or a blessing is there. Yeah, let's do something with it. Thank you. See you next time.